Donald Trump just murdered 11 Venezuelan nationals. Now, they might have been terrible people. They might have been gang members. They might have been drug runners. We don't know. I mean, I'm not sure that he knows. But whatever they were not combatants. This was not an army. We are not at war with Venezuela. So this was patently illegal by American law and by international law. Now, Trump almost certainly will not be held to account for this. The Supreme Court has given him immunity for any crime he commits while he's in office, which is insane. But, you know, the six Republicans on the court did this. But, and Trump will probably grant a pardon to Hegseth and Rubio for this. But what about the soldiers involved in this murder? Will they get pardons? Are they going to be charged with international crimes? This is something, a senior official in the Trump administration said this to Axios, said, quote, "The National Security Council has taken out nearly 300 jihadists. We are conducting strikes against terrorists weekly that no one even knows about." So what, the United States is assassinating people around the world and we don't know about it? Jerry Ford in 1976 issued an executive order forbidding political assassinations. But Trump, I don't know.
A point to make if you know, this is my thought on it. I'm not a drug smuggler. I know nothing about it. But if I were to do it, why would I have 11 people in a boat with me? Why would I bring 11 people in a small boat?
That's a good question, too. I mean, you know, it looked like it was on the way to one of the Caribbean islands. And if that's the case, it might have been a tour boat. It might have been a whale watching boat. It might have been, you know, supplies going to those islands. It might have been, I mean, who knows? Yeah, good point.
Yeah. I mean, I think they just murdered 11 people. And the other point that I got is, and I'm not sure, but I think out of the Nuremberg trials came some kind of international law that I don't think that you're held accountable if you start murdering people. If you're in the military or
right. No, you will be held accountable. You are not immune. Yes, absolutely. And the Nuremberg trials really established that as an international principle, although it goes back to the era of the Magna Carta. I mean, you know, it's like the rules of war are old. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and this guy's just stomping all over everything. Yeah. I don't. No, I believe they just murdered 11 innocent people. That's my belief.
Well, they definitely murdered 11 people, and they were arguably innocent of waging war against the United States, which is the only reason for which, you know, legally you can go out and kill somebody.
Totally appalled by blowing a boat out of the ocean, no matter where it is. I've been trying to follow around the world whatever other coverage is, because I know what our coverage is going to be. Well, I have seen it. And I'm really upset to see that most of the discussions are about our potential for armed conflict with the state of Venezuela, not that we just blew unadjudicated anybody's out of a boat somewhere in the Caribbean. Right. You know, and I've tried specifically to look at Latin American newspapers. The only reference, as of last night, that I could find was El Presencio out of Mexico City, who was quoting President Petro out of Colombia, who just calls it outright murder. And I think. Oh,
interesting. You speak Spanish, Susan?
Well, I do, and then I hit the translate button to be sure I kind of got the gist right. Yeah. But that's really the only outright condemnation that I'm seeing. I've tried looking up from Spain all the way, you know, west to our hemisphere, and I'm really not seeing it. And then looking at, you know, our European allies' papers, it's basically the same discussion. A state-to-state possible conflict, not that we just bombed a boat. A boat.
Yeah.
And here, to try and have a discussion about it, it's like, well, they asked for it. Right. Seriously, if you're starting to equate a suspected drug dealer, and I'm saying suspected, you know, alleged, with terrorism, now that they've describing, or Mr. Miller's describing the Democrats as terrorists, I'm just anticipating a drone strike on, my home. Really? I'm a Democrat.
Yeah,
They know
well,
where I live.
you could see a drone strike on the DNC headquarters or something. I mean, it's
For sure. Yeah.
At least this is how Stephen Miller is talking. And the last time he had this conversation, according to Miles Taylor, it led right straight to this particular drone strike. So yeah, or maybe it's a missile strike. I'm not sure. Susan, thank you. Thank you for the call. Spot on.